What's up, guys? It's been a minute. It's been a while. Been away for a bit. Finally wanted to get around to doing a video. I haven't showed the truck on the channel yet. So this is my 2021 Colorado ZR2. This is the short cab extended bed. So it's got the 6'3" bed with the little suicide doors on the back. Today's video though, I want to kind of go over the good and the bad, what I like and what I don't really like about my my Colorado. I just hit 17,000 miles on it, so I feel like this would be a pretty fair judgment as far as, you know, my thoughts and opinions on the truck, since I've driven it for a while and I've had it for about a year and a half now. So I want to do just a little bit of a review on it, take you guys around it and just kind of bring you guys inside, and then, you know, we can talk about what I really like and what I don't like. So they didn't come out yet, but they announced the 2023 Colorados, which is a full redesign inside and out. I'm definitely excited about that. When those trucks come along, I will definitely end up making a video about that. But for now, there's more of these in the market. This truck was about 49 with everything that I had put on it. There's going to be a lot of these coming into the market pretty soon, especially with the new model year coming out. So if you're looking in the pre-owned market and you want to get a nice truck that's pre-owned without fronting all that extra money, this may be one of the best options for you. I know the main thing is these, the Tacomas, the Rangers, and I know the new Frontiers came out, so I've been seeing a lot of those rolling around. I gotta say, overall, I do really love the truck. I don't really have any main complaints about it. It's just going to be kind of little things, little nitpicky things, because again, for the price range of what it was brand new, I feel like, you know, and this is a common thing, there's been videos like this before, but Chevy kind of cheaped out on some things that could have not been cheaped out on. All right, guys, so I'm going to bring you guys inside for now. We're going to roll around for a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of talk to you guys about what I like and what I don't really like about this truck. First up, I'll start with what I really like about it. Number one being the overall size of the truck. So the size of the truck is great. It's short, it's narrow, it's not anything, you know, that is crazy big at all or anything like that. And then it's not, obviously I know it's a mid-sized truck, you know, that's the purpose of it, but it's not like crazy big in the sense that it's the size of a full size, or it's like a mid-sized truck that's super wide or super tall or anything like that. So it allows for maneuvering to be, you know, really easy and fun. So that's number one. The overall size is a definite big plus. If you're looking for a fun off-road mid-sized truck that is easy to get around with on normal roads like right now, or if you do have a lot of trails by you and you want to have fun off-roading, if you want something that's an overall really well-rounded truck for sizing, this is definitely a big plus and a big go-ahead. That actually ties into my number two recommended is going to be, you know, what I really like about it is the suspension on the truck. So this truck has the Multimatic DSSV suspension. I love them. They've been a big plus for this truck with other reviewers and other YouTubers. It's super comfortable with going off-road and on-road. The suspension on this truck is definitely a top tier in my opinion. Again, for something that comes stock with the vehicle. I didn't touch anything on this truck. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about doing some aftermarket stuff to it. To me, it just wasn't worth it. I'd rather save my money and put it somewhere else, possibly get another car, which I'll talk about maybe at the end of this video or possibly in another video. I'm going to talk about the Aston Martin too. So yeah, number two is definitely going to be the suspension. I love it. Super comfortable on-road, super comfortable off-road. Super well-rounded. Excellent choice by Chevy on doing that. Overall styling, the outside, the front is super aggressive. The difference between the Z71 model and then once you hit that ZR2 model is significant when it comes to cosmetics. It is really great. I love it. I think that it looks phenomenal. I love the overall front styling. It has the front cutouts that allow for better ground clearance along the front two wheels. It has the big skid plate on the bottom. It's got the two red tow hooks on there, and then on the back end it's got the cutouts in the bumpers which allow for more ground clearance on the back bumper. It's got the rock rails on the side. So overall the cosmetic appearance of this truck is super aggressive. There's actually Z71 across the way from me right now too, and it's not like a small tier difference. So the ZR2 to the ZR2 Bison I didn't think was that worth it. for the extra money. The money difference, there was no extra performance parts, there was no real suspension difference or size. You know, the tires, it was maybe a little bigger, I'm not too sure about that. But overall, you get a different pair of rims with the ZR2 Bison, and you get a headrest that instead of saying ZR2, it says Bison on it, and then you get Bison on the outside, and you get a rear bar, like a rock rail on the rear bumper, instead of like nothing like mine does, just as the cutouts. So, you know, is it worth it? In my opinion, no, it wasn't. Other people may, you know, say differently. I didn't really need it. This M just passed. That's nice. I love the new M's, honestly. They're sick. I love them. They look so cool. I really want one. But they're really expensive, and I don't know what it is about BMWs and the M cars in particular, but they hold their value like no tomorrow. It's insane, the values of the M's. Anyway, back to the truck. So yeah, cosmetics are phenomenal on this truck. The only thing that I really don't like about the cosmetic wise is the no cutout on the hood scoop on the front. So it's fake, which bothers me. I was thinking of ways to either maybe get an aftermarket one or do something, you know, as far as even putting a Sawzall to my hood and just turning them into actual functioning, you know, into an actual functioning hood scoop. I realized that's probably not worth it. I'm just going to leave it alone, and that's what I did. So one thing that I don't like is the faulty fake hood scoop on the front. I wish that they had actually made that functional, including on the new models, the 2023s. They're also, for some reason, non-functional. I don't know why. It didn't take that much extra effort to put a couple of holes in it. You know, you have the cutouts already there. Is it really that hard to just cut it out and put a piece of, you know, mesh on there to prevent anything big from getting in there and just turning into an actual functional hood scoop? I don't think it was that difficult, but maybe the Chevy engineers had a couple of other different ideas. Obviously, there are things on this truck that were and are questionable in my opinion, but, you know, it is what it is. So, going on to, those are my 3 things that I really do enjoy about the truck. There's obviously, like I said, a million other things that I love about it. I love the front and the rear locker differential. I love those too. There's a million other things, like I said, that I could go over and I could say that I really enjoy about the truck, but I want to keep this video relatively short and not keep you guys here all day. Just kind of give you a 3 and a 3 in my overall opinion, since I have, you know, 17,400 miles on this truck, so I'm giving you a pretty honest opinion. So we'll go and bring you on to the bad. Number 1 is going to be the torque and the engine in this truck. I have the V6. I didn't opt in for the diesel. I didn't need the extra towing capacity. I don't really tow on here ever. It's really underwhelming. It's terribly underwhelming, to be honest. Again, you're spending $47,000 to $49,000 and up on a truck like this. You'd expect it to be a little bit more fun, have a little more oomph with it, you know. But the new models, the 23s being the 4-cylinder turbos, those have, you know, 310-ish or 330. I think it's 310 horsepower, correct me if I'm wrong, and 420-ish pound-foot of torque. So that's better. At least they learned a little bit. These 21 models, the 22s, and, you know, everything underneath, super underwhelming with their figures, with their numbers. I know they're in the 2s. I'm not exactly too sure exactly what it is, but I think it's in the low 2s for the horsepower on this truck, and the torque is not any better, I think, in the 3s. So it's really not, it's not great. And then on top of that, kind of wraps it into what I really don't like about this truck also, is the gas mileage. So it's a V6. I would expect it to be a little bit better. I understand it's a truck. I understand it has all-terrain tires on it. You know, I understand all that. But the figures that I get from this truck, I feel like I'm almost driving a TRX. So I'm filling up relatively often. I don't drive my truck hard. I don't drive it really far either. I have another car for that, which I'll show you guys in another video. But I don't feel like I really need... I shouldn't have to fill up as often as I do. And then again, the gas mileage on the truck. So I'm averaging 13 miles a gallon city. But if I'm driving locally, to be 13 miles a gallon on a V6, it's a mid-sized pickup truck. If it was a V8, I would understand. You know, I don't floor it. I don't drive the truck hard. So for it to be 13 miles a gallon, roughly, and I think it's maybe gone up to like the 14s and the 15s, maybe pushing it, you know, it's really terrible. I wasn't expecting that bad of it. I knew it was going to be bad, but I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. So kind of bringing you into, and there are obviously a couple other things that I kind of dislike about the truck, but I won't really talk that much about them in this sense, because I'm trying to keep this video short. They're not, you know, groundbreaking. I'll just kind of briefly mention them. But my main thing on number 3 is the overall interior quality of this truck. So we'll start moving again here. The interior quality of this truck is mediocre at best. This truck has the same infotainment system from the 2015s, I believe, the Suburbans and the Silverados and stuff from them. So this is a 2021 that shares pretty much the same interior as a 2015 truck. Why there was relatively, you know, there was little to no updating for all of those years in the interior, I don't know. Again, they must have learned now, because the 23s fully redesigned on the inside. They got the screens, they got everything. It looks great. It looks fantastic. So again, this is an issue that's no longer going to be relevant, being that they have fixed it and they've updated it finally. But if you're in the market for a used pickup truck, just be aware that if you're expecting to get a 2021 or 2022, because it's the same for those too, you know, you're going to be getting a truck that has the same exact interior as a truck from, you know, 7 years ago. So it's got all of these nice features on the outside, and don't get me wrong, there's features like that on the inside too. I do have a heated steering wheel, I have heated seats, I have, you know, the 2-zone heated seats, I have the heated back if I want, or the heated butt and back. You know, there are obviously some things that are nice about this truck that they've at least included, but there could have been more. Again, for the price. The gauge clusters on the front, the small digital screen, again, nothing changed from the mid 2010s, you know, 2015 and stuff like that. Nothing changed like that. It's got my, you know, gas mileage on there. It's got my TPMS sensor, so I can see what all my tires are, you know, my oil life and stuff like that. I will show you guys that too. But the interior overall in this truck is just super underwhelming. I really think that they could have done a much better job. Little things. So my driver's side window is automatic rolling down and rolling up, but the passenger side button right next to it is not. Why? It's right next to it. You know, it's such a little thing that they could have just easily put in to make it both automatic. Again, these are nitpicking, like, little things. I get it. It's still automatic. It's still a great truck. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Adjusting the seat. Why is one manual and moving forward and up is automatic? You know, why is that like that? Why couldn't you just make it all electronic? Why is it half and half? You know, just little things like that are kind of what bug me and irk me on here. The truck does actually have a key only. There's no option for a push to start. It does have a key, turn key only to actually start the truck. There is no key fob. There is no remote entry. There's no keyless fob, so you know, put your hand on the door and it unlocks it. There's no keyless entry, nothing like that. It's only with the key and the key fob. It is a standard key. The key, again, was ripped out of a car, you know, from 2015, 2016. It's the same exact key fob. They didn't change a single thing with it. So, just little things like that that kind of irk me with this truck, that I feel they could have definitely done differently, and they could have definitely done better than what they did. But they didn't. It is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it because of something stupid and little and petty that they didn't put in the truck, because overall, the truck is great. It's performed to what I've expected. It's outperformed in some other area. The truck overall is a great truck. I would recommend that you definitely at least look into it and compare it with other trucks. Every truck kind of has their own issues here and there, but overall, I recommend this truck. I've enjoyed it for 17,000 miles. It's performed to everything I've expected and then more. But yeah, so overall, I recommend this truck. I definitely feel like you guys would If anyone's in the market for a pre-owned truck right now and they're trying to get their hands on one, there are still some new 2022 models on Chevy lots. I believe the only thing that they changed was the handle for the 22s. I'm not sure about anything else. So I think that overall it's a great truck. I would highly recommend it. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I love my truck. I would recommend it for anyone in the market. At least consider it. Take it for a test drive. Again, as someone that's driven this for over 17,000 miles now, I haven't had any major complaints with this truck at all. So thanks guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you for staying with me. And I mean, I know I don't have that many subscribers, but you know what? This is the year we're going to attempt to grow this channel and actually do some real stuff with it. So thank you guys again. I think we can do it. I think the goal is to hit at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you guys are on board with that one, make sure to thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, do everything you have to do. Let's grow this channel, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon within the next week or so. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.